We're going to revise Wonderful Tonight that we did during our classes this week. We're going to do the picking pattern. Kind of a little reed riff. And then we're going to, for the fun of it, play along with the backtrack. So we're going to do something that sounds like this, so you can hear the final product. But let's first of all go back to the beginning and learn the chords. Now you can use fingerstyle if you want to. I'm not really worried about that. I'm using a plectrum because I want to, but if you want to use fingers, that's cool too. We want to learn the chords. Now there's some cool new voicings. Voicing means another way to play a chord we already know. For example, I'm sure you know G. That's your normal G. We're going to play G like this. Slightly different sound to it. But it works quite nice when you change to the D, because the D is going to have an F sharp bass. But let's not talk theory, let's learn the song. Finger 1, fret number 3, all 3 bottom strings, middle finger, 3rd string 4th fret, ring finger, 5th fret 4th string. And the purpose of this over here, because you might say, why do I need 3 strings for this? Is because when you go back and you change from the G voicing to the D/F sharp, all that happens is you first of all move one back and the middle finger comes one down, which means your first finger is already in position. You can see it again. There's my new way of playing G, the different voicing, and this over here coming up now is a D with a F sharp bass. Now before we go further, I want us to show and just quickly recap on the picking pattern we used. The creaking of the chair, okay, ignore that. And it's going to sound and look something like this. You can see my pick is resting on the 4th string from the bottom, and string numbers 4, 3, 2, 3. One more time, 4, 3, 2, 3. And the second half of the bar goes 1, 2, 3, 2. So if I put those together, we'd have this. If you're a fingerstyle player, swap into fingers now. Rest your thumb on the 4th string, finger 1 on the 3rd, ring middle finger on the 2nd, and ring finger on the 1st. So what's my wrist action and what's my fingers? I'm tilting the guitar just for better view. It's going to be something like this. And if you're looking head on, a bit of an angle, it'll be something like this. Please be careful that you don't pull your wrist back. I've seen sometimes that some guitarists do this by accident. Basically, if you do this, you're pulling your whole hand away from the guitar. And it might sound funny for those that don't do it, but trust me, I've seen quite a few that do. I'm going to switch back to plectrum, and you can see from there, I'm resting my palm on the top part of my saddles over here, because I'm not playing the top 2 strings anywhere, and it's going to sound like this. Like I said, not too worried, whichever one you favor, plectrum or fingers, that's cool. Now, I'm going to zoom out, and I want to show us, and hear, actually, rather than show, I want to play for you the difference in the sound between this. That's my new D with the F sharp. And if I did a normal G, it loses the whole essence of the song. So we need these different voicings to help get that nice melodic bass line underlining our chords the whole way through. So one more time with a different view, trying to get an angle of a guitar here. Watch the picking action, watch the movements. There's the G, back one, middle finger drop down one. And now to change angle onto the C chord. We all know C, we all know normal D. So this C is going to be, the only difference over here is that I started plucking the 5th string first instead of the 4th, and D back to the 4th. And you got that. Just to validate the picking hand, I'm going to just zoom in there. You can see there's the C on the 5th string. and the D on the 4th string. So if you want to play through with me, you'll see my finger change up to the C, and you can have this 2 and 3 and 4 and. Sorry about the one dead note. Fingers at a bit of a weird angle to try and get a good view over here for the guitar. Now, if you want to be fancy, you can do a nice little slide like this from the D with the F sharp to the C. Check this out. And all I did with that is slow motion, slide it into the open and onto the bass note for the C chord. That's basically your introduction to the song. That's when you're singing It's Late in the Evening, and it's also the part that you play that part against as well. Now there are certain changes. Basically the introduction, in other words, while the guitar's going, that part, while the guitar's playing that, you're playing G, D with the F sharp, C, normal D, twice through. When the verse starts and he's singing It's Late in the Evening, the same chord still. Second line, she puts on her makeup, same chord still. But in the third line, you'll notice the chords change. It goes C to the D. And when I do a look all right, you're going to go. And that's pretty cool. That part is also on the PDF file as well. So please make sure you got your PDF file in front of you. If you don't have it, let me know and I'll WhatsApp it through to you. Let's just break that down quickly to see what's happening. You're changing the picking pattern slightly because I want to get this note to that, and this is part of the G, onto the D with the F sharp, onto E minor, and then we want to get those intro chords leading us into the C, which should be the 4th line if you're looking at the lyrics when he sings and I say yes. But look what we're doing over here from a head-on view. It might make it a little bit easier on the changes. We're looking at the 3rd line after you've done C, D. You'll see it says G, D with the F sharp, E minor. That's going to go quite quick. Now check the changes. And I just slowed it down so we can see what's actually happening with your fretting hand. And if I bring the picking hand into the picture so you can see both left and right hand, we're going to have this. If you want to play through with, here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then normal D. And you're back to the beginning. And that's pretty much your rhythm section for the song. If you're not sure of any of the chords, any of the voicings, let me know and I'll send you a WhatsApp for that. And on the second video, we're going to look at the intro tune, which is going to show you, and also tying it in with the scale, some little variations, some little double stops, some other cool things we can introduce. But first of all, get the chords ready. If you've got a loop pedal, maybe put it into loop mode, learn to loop with it, and then use the tune against it. But anyway, see you video number 2. Thank you.